financial advice. And I thought it came out today. This article came out 2 days ago. Excuse me. But it says Visa Chainlink successfully completed CBDC stablecoin swap between Hong Kong and Australia. Visa and Chainlink have completed a key milestone in the Hong Kong monetary authorities. The HKMA plus pilot program successfully testing a cross-border blockchain transaction using central bank digital currency and stablecoins. The trial, conducted in partnership with ANZ and China AMC and Fidelity International, is one of the first real-world simulations of programmable money being used for cross-border investment in tokenizing assets. The test used Chainlink's cross-chain interoperability protocol (CCIP) to connect ANZ's private blockchain DAS chain with Ethereum's public testnet. So this enabled an Australian investor to exchange an AUD-backed stablecoin for a HKD and use the digital Hong Kong dollar to purchase a tokenized money market fund offered by asset managers in Hong Kong. Uh, the process achieved a near instant settlement and was designed to eliminate the traditional risk of delayed cross border transactions. Funny, somebody else was named for doing that. Streaming fund access. Visa's tokenized asset platform, which they call the VTAP, Visa's tokenizing asset platform, which is called VTAP, powered the creation and movement of digital money, while Chainlink CCIP coordinated smart contracts for payment payment versus payment, PVP, and payment versus payment, or delivery versus payment also flows. The pilot also included on-chain identity verification through Chainlink's compliance services and tested token incidents using ERC20 tokens and ERC3643 standards to evaluate regulatory compatibility and security features. The simulation shows how investors in Australia could use either a CBDC or a stablecoin to directly invest into Hong Kong's based funds, removing intermediaries, reducing wait times, and increasing transparency. Currently, fund subscriptions can take 2 to 3 days to settle. With blockchain, the entire process can happen in seconds, around the clock, 24/7, even on the weekends and holidays. We're getting near. We're getting near. Now it says groundwork for scalable digital finance with tokenized assets markets projected to exceed $2 trillion by 2030. The Hong Kong monetary pilot reflects a growing global push to modernize capital markets through digital infrastructure. The HKD, Hong Kong dollar, expands on early phases to include tokenized bank deposits and programmable payments across both public and permissioned blockchains. ANZ's participation includes its ADC stablecoin and role in FX conversion. Further illustrates how traditional banks are integrating digital assets into cross-border finance. The pilot will now enter its next phase with end-to-end transaction testing and performance evaluation across compliance, speed, and interoperability. The results are expected to inform regulatory frameworks and set standards for future use of CBDCs. Sora, let's hope she's included in there, and stablecoins and global financial markets. And that is the end of that particular ad right there. Australia shutters crypto scam network linked to 35 million in global losses. Australia plans clear crypto laws to boost innovation and investor safety. Australian regulator warns of crypto horror scenarios if Trump loosens regulations. what's this over here saying? It's also, oh, that was 3 weeks ago, though. Chainlink bridges cross-chain interoperability to Solana, unlocking 19 billion in asset potentials. So that is the news that I seen. I thought it was actually today. I don't know what date I was looking at. It's actually 2 days ago. So yeah, I'm not reading anything here. Hold on a second. There was something else in here I seen. Oh, Lucy 2 trailers coming out. First ever photo of a single atom captured. A game changing for science. I just want to show you the symbol. You know that's the proton. You know that is the proton right there, baby. You know that is the proton right there. And then on top of that, look at this one. Look at the cannon right here. It says China issues full-scale alert. U.S. spinning cannon hurls hundreds of flying pancake satellites into orbit. Now we know what the orbit is. It's the proton. All right. The cannon is proton. About to shoot out to space for satellites. I mean, to me, that just talks about price and explosion, baby. Price and explosion. And then they look at this guy. They found this little ball down in the sea. Funny enough, they found a little ball that's shaped like the atom down on the bottom of the sea. You want to talk about liquidity? Liquidity, liquidity. But that's in a nutshell. That's about it. So looks like Chainlink is making moves. Real world assets. They're on the board. They will be making tremendous moves. It looks like CBDCs are already in the pilot program already, but we knew that. But now we have a little bit more information now in our faces. And that's about it, kids and girls, boys and girls. That's about it. Let's see. Brian says the tokens being purchased on exchanges that are tethered to USDT are in danger of going to zero. That is why Alcor are reminding tokens like Chainlink, XRP, XLM, etc., because they are not tethered. All right. What up, bots? They are being remitted. Okay. Sora, baby. I hope Sora is part of that CBDC, baby. Yeah. Hold on one second. Let me answer this. Yep, sorta. Oh, my phone's about to die. I gotta step out anyway. Gotta get dinner ready for the wifey. What else? I think that was it from here. So, nice to know that Chainlink is part of the real world assets anyway. So, I got a couple of those in the back pocket. I hope Sora is part of that too, man. Woo! Hope Sora plays a major part in this global exchange. That'd be nice. We all have a nice bag, I'm sure. If you've been listening to me, I'm sure you probably bought a bag for like $5 at least. What up, brother? At the price? I mean, I don't know. There is a tweet floating around. I don't know if it's a tweet or somewhere that somebody sent me. And I mean, I think it was Marshall that said something about, if you enjoy 2017, then sit back and relax for 2025. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I was hoping that May would be it, try to catch people off guard, a little earlier than expected, not giving people too much time to jump in. But that didn't happen, and now we're in Pride Month, right? We know it's the Rainbow Month, and this is the 6th. We got 2025, which is 9. So, today was 6/11. We were expecting, I was expecting some type of boom or a pump. Wasn't really too crazy in the market today. So, not too sure, man. Not too sure. We'll see. Again, my really date that I've been looking at, if it doesn't happen on June 30th of this year, July 15th. I don't know why, but July 15th, I'm expecting some type of announcement, maybe with a lawsuit or something like that, if they are riding with Metallicus and Ripple. Only because I noticed on July 15th, it would be 1,666 days since the lawsuit was smacked on Ripple. And funny enough, when I went back to go look, I looked at May 8th of this year, 589, right? So May 8th of this year. And it was 1,598 days. The 8-9 was flipped. So I was like, oh shit. And I looked, I was like, oh, from the lawsuit to when the Pope got introduced was 1-5. I thought it was going to be 8-9, but it was actually 9-8. So I was like, oh, wow. Then I was like, oh, that's pretty close to 1,666. So I'm like, when is that date? So when I went to go look at that date, it came up as July 15th. So funny enough, July 15th, right? You got July is 7 and 15th is 1-5. So 1-5 is 6. So now we have 7-6. When you put 7-6 together, you get 13. And that number 13 has been tossed around quite pretty heavy. So I don't know if there's some type of connection there, as well as the Bear Book Eye riddles. I don't know if they actually hold any type of weight or truth, but in the mountain riddle, in the middle, you have the purple mountain, and it's the biggest mountain out of the 3 mountains, and it has 6-7 underneath that mountain. So, Sonic also is hitting me up. He believes either June or July, most likely maybe June. So he has some pretty good receipts that he showed me. So again, and then we don't know what calendar they're using. They could be using any type of calendar out here. That's another tricky part, This calendar that we know of today, we know like that's the throw-off calendar. That's the calendar that's putting us who knows where the fuck we are, I don't even think it's the right year what they're telling us, but it is what it is. Who gives a fuck, Time is a time, date is a date, Live in the now. Yeah, I think maybe 2030 might be the party time move. I think 2030, because there was a statement saying that 23 takes the cake, and I was thinking maybe Michael Jordan. I thought it was the 23rd, but 23 can possibly be 2030. If you listen to Brad Garlinghouse, he says I think recently, actually, something this year. Was it this year? I don't know. I seen a clip, and he said something about 10 years from now. So you're talking about 35 or something like that. Or I don't know if it was a 2020 clip, and he said 10 years. But whatever it was, it kind of pushed it like past 2030. And I was like, wow, that's pretty far out. But again, I don't know. I don't expect Proton to be that low in price, though. I believe that they will be a major part of the global financial system. So that being said, I can't see it being that cheap for people to catch on. Even with all the videos I came out with and all the fucking news that are out there, people are still denying XPR is going to do anything. So I don't know. Maybe they feel like they still got time. What I know is that we don't have no time. We want to get this party started. We want to get these parties started, man. We got to see this shit at least hit like 5 cents, 10 cents. That'd be nice from where it is now. You know what I mean? 10 times over. That would be a nice little push. But I ain't selling, though. I'm looking to hold on to all my Metallicus coins for the most part. And hopefully I can stake them all and just get a passive income off of that. So then I don't have to worry about work at all. That is the major goal in this investment, is to be financially free, where I do not have to trade my time for money anymore. Physically trading my time. So if I'm going to do any type of trading my time, it will be day trading, hopefully on a beach somewhere. Or maybe trading crypto. Who knows? But we're going to see. We're going to see. Anybody else? Loan has been dancing. Well, yep, Loan's been dancing and ripping. Loan since the last year, Loan's dropped a 0 and added another 1 to it. So it was like 4 zeros and a 4. Now it's 3 zeros and a 5, if I'm not mistaken. It could be pushed up to 6. Let's see where the sexy Loan is. Loan, baby, loan in the price charts, baby. 0005. All right, so it fell down a little bit. All right. Well, you had a little slide, but you need a breather, baby. You need a breather. When you're moving up, when you're climbing up, a healthy pullback is in order for it to keep climbing. So, no sweat there, baby. Let's see. Let's see. It connects to the Phoenix. What's Raj saying? I'm not too sure what you were trying to say, Raja. It connects to the Phoenix, Elvis, DJT. I'm not too sure what you're trying to say there. What up, Francisco? How you doing, everybody? All right, that was just a quick video anyway. I just wanted to get that Chainlink news out there. I didn't know if anybody knew about it, but if not, now you freaking know. Now you do. Chainlink, real-world assets being used as of today privately in the background. Pilot programs running on Chainlink and Visa, bringing Hong Kong market into the public. So this is what's happening, popping off. Chainlink, baby, Chainlink. Let's fucking go. And Bully Bear out.